Last but not the least, majority of our data reports are showing junk or irrelevant data values, which clearly shows that our implementation is not good. Based on the above responses, it won't be incorrect to say that due to the lack of knowledge in regards to the analytics implementation, underlying business rules, data definition, and overall product features, most of the brands and retailers are not able to extract the best out of their analytics implementation. Here are some tips for those e-commerce players who believe that the analytics implementation is worse and want to get their perception validated before creating a business case. Number one of the easiest way to determine the state of your existing analytics implementation is to engage an external analytics consulting firm and ask them to audit your existing implementation and suggest the remedial plan. The average cost of this audit engagement can vary anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000. Number two, if you have a limited budget and can't engage an outside consultant, then identify your top 10 most used reports and ask your in-house engineering team to find out what are the associated business rules and present to the entire e-commerce team. This would help your team understanding the data definition and how the data is getting tracked and shown in the reports. Number three, if the analytics implementation on your website is not controlled by your in-house technology team, but in fact by your e-commerce service provider, then ask your business counterpart a favor and request him to conduct a quick 2-hour assessment of your current implementation and provide their opinion. Usually, every e-commerce service provider in the industry has a team of product specialists who are very proficient in the area of web analytics. If your e-commerce service provider is responsible for the bad implementation on your website, then hold them accountable for doing an extensive audit of your implementation and provide an optimization plan. Once the audit exercise is complete and the optimization plan is validated by your e-commerce team, it's a time to create a business case and present to the senior management. Here are some tips to create a business case and get it approved by your senior management for additional funding. Number one, emphasize on your key problem areas with a detailed analysis. Number two, explain why is it a problem by explicitly stating what kind of business decisions you could have made or you can't make unless this problem gets resolved, and how the current implementation impacts your day-to-day operational activities. Third, explain when the problem started happening and how did it impact the past decision making and business goals. Also, what would be the impact on the oncoming quarterly and yearly business goals if the problems left unresolved. Number four, explain the level of urgency in terms of business impact. It's very important. Can the problem be deferred for the next few months, or it's very urgent and requires immediate attention? Otherwise, the key conversion metrics would be impacted. Number five, explain the nature of the problem. Is it simply a data display issue, or impacting the key conversion numbers, resulting in sudden spikes in the trend reports? Number six, determine which team is getting impacted the most and what kind of decisions they can't take if the problem is ignored for the next few months. Last but not the least, determine the cost involved to fix the problem and the expected ROI. Once you have the answers available for the above questions, present this business case to the senior management along with the audit deliverables. With this, we conclude this post, and as usual, I expect your valuable feedback and criticism on my blog site, that is conversionpath.typepad.com. And thanks again, readers, and thanks for listening, and have a wonderful day. Take care.